Hello and welcome to Youth Destiny Nucleus podcast, where young stars discuss young star issues, brainstorm, and try to provide solutions.
Good day, everyone. My name is Brace Philip, and I'll be your anchor for today's podcast. Now, today we'll be discussing on a topic titled Challenges of Campus Life. Yes, you heard me. Challenges of Campus Life. Now, before I go further, I'm going to be defining some important terms. Yeah, the topic might look or sound interesting, but the major purpose of this podcast is for every listener to be able to understand word for word everything that will be discussed here. So that's why I'm going to be defining some major terms in order for us to understand. Now, before I proceed, I would like us to know what actually we'll be doing today. First of all, we'll be talking about the challenges that students come across in their campuses and also the solution to them. Now, without wasting much of our time, I'll be going straight to define the word campus. Now, what's a campus? It's the ground or property of a school, college, university, business, name them, often understood to include buildings and other structures. That's what campus simply means. It's a ground that consists of buildings and other structures. Now, what now makes it a campus related to school, college, university, or business? It's now what if the building is located in an hospital, in a school, in a university. But today, the campus life we're talking about is the life based in the university, college, and school. Now, next word is life. Now, what's the word life? Now, a life, or the word life, means a state that follows birth and precedes death. Automatically means life is between what? Birth and what? Death. Now, the next word is challenge. Now, the word challenge can be defined as an instigation intended to convince a person to perform an action they otherwise would not. Yes, let me give you a simple scenario. You see a student that wants to study medicine and surgery. Because of one thing or the other, he couldn't do it, right? And then decides to study biotech. Now, what happens is because of the challenge he or she faced. Right, so that's a typical example to define a word called what? Challenge. Now let's look at what the challenge is that students face in campus life. Now the first one is what we call distraction. Distraction everywhere in the hostels and even in the classroom. For instance, you can have a lot of students in the class, and because of some students who have decided to constitute nuisance, they decide to distract the class with maybe noise or making sounds that are not pleasant. Now, even the lecturer can get offended and decides to leave. Now, it becomes a challenge because of those serious students. What happens? Now, they don't really understand the topic. The lecturer has left. Now, you have to take them extra mile for them to go make research and understand that topic. It automatically becomes what? A distraction. What those students that constitute nuisance did has become a distraction to the serious ones. I don't know if you're getting me. Now, the second one is peer pressure. Yes, or you can call it peer group. Peer, right? Now, how does this peer pressure become a challenge in a student's campus life? Now, for instance, you have a guy who came to school to study, and most of his peers are with a guy, right, or with a girl. That what I mean is boyfriend, girlfriend. They're hanging out, and every time they're always talking about it in the hostel. The guy is chatting his babe or talking about his babe, going out. He sees them together, a lot of stuff, and now, to worsen it, he doesn't have people to really talk to apart from these people. And most of the time, these people are together with their boyfriends and girlfriends hanging out. Now, what happens is that he wants to be among, because normally we humans are we always love we always love attention. That means if we are lonely, we always seek or try to find a way to get that, to avoid that loneliness. And that's why I see in our generation today, we have a lot of people with phones. It's not because they just want to be it's because of that is what they keep them company. That's what keeps them company. So back to this peer group, he gets lonely, he's looking for a way, and that now leads him to now find a lady, or leads her to find a guy. Normally the guy even comes for the lady, and she has to give in now for the lady aspect. She gives in to the guy because of why? She wants someone, she wants someone to just to take away that space of loneliness. Now this becomes a challenge, because anything that deals with this kind of relationship, when it comes to love, it takes one of the criteria of love is attention. So you cannot now, it will not make that person to be divided, because the person cannot really focus on his academic and still wants to focus well on their relationship. So what happens? It becomes a challenge. So this is another challenge of a campus student life. And how did this challenge come? From peer groups. Now the third one here is what I call it GG acronym. Now the GGG acronym stands for what? Getting good grades. Now how is this a challenge? The major goal of all students is to come out with good grade in their studies, right? Now, but the issue here is that a lot of people find challenges in getting these good grades because of the common thing. This course is actually difficult. I don't understand what the lecturer is teaching. This course is so bulky. Where will I start from? And so on and so forth. So basically this becomes a challenge. So this is one of the major challenges a lot of students pass through in their campus life. Now let's go to the solution. Now what are the solutions to this? When we have found out the problem and there's no solution, it's still like you have done nothing. So we need the solution, and that's what we're doing here. Now the first solution here is focus, and this is interrelated to distraction. Everyone do face distraction. As far as you're a student, if you're already a student, or maybe you're already in your institution, or you're about to get to your institution, you're listening to me, take this from me. Everyone faces distraction, but the solution to it is focus. If I know I am going to Lagos, right, and trying to, on my way to get into the vehicle or to board the aircraft that'll take me there, and lo and behold, I saw a friend. Wow, nice, that's a friend. But what happens? The friend say, please, can you follow me to Kaduna? Now that friend becomes a distraction. That friend has become a distraction. Normally, yes, my friend, maybe he helped me one way or the other, but right now I'm going to Lagos for a important meeting. You can't tell me, you're already a distraction to me. So what happens is that because I am focused, I'll be like, please, can you maybe another time? And I continue my journey. Right, so that's the problem. A lot of people now forget that they're supposed to go to Lagos, so they do what? They follow the person to Kaduna. So the major solution to distraction is focus. If you're focused on something, when the distraction comes, put your gaze on that what you're looking for. That will keep you in track. Now, the second solution here is contentment, and this is going towards peer pressure. Why a lot of people are influenced by their peers is because of they don't have contentment. Oh, this one has this car. Oh, this one has this. He has this babe. Oh, this one has this guy. The issue is that you and he or she is not contented. Yes, you have to be contented with what you have. That's one of the ways to avoid peer pressure. Secondly is the right companies. Show me your friend and I'll tell you what you become the next 5 years. As simple as that. You cannot tell me that apart from evil friend, people you hang out with, because most people say this is not my friend, but this is the person throughout the day you are hanging out with the person through and fro. So what happens here is because it becomes a peer, it becomes a friend automatically. And what happens if you're mingled with the wrong people, you tend to do things that are wrong. So always have keep the right company. Keep the right company. Now the third one is what we call pay the price. And this is related to what the GGG acronym, pay the price. A lot of people want good grades, getting good grades, but the solution here is what is pay the price. For those who are not in higher institution yet, what you need to do is count your cost. You cannot tell me that you want to study medicine and surgery and you are not willing to pay the price. You know you are going to do Bio 102, Bio 108 is there, and you know biology normally is bulky. So if you know yourself that you don't like to read for long hours, or you don't like to stay and study bulky stuff, just gingerly find another thing to do. Don't go for medicine and surgery. That's the solution. Count because when you get into it and you find out that this is yourself, this is how you are wired, you can't change, then you cannot pay the price. You cannot come out good grades then. You understand? So count the cost. It will help you a lot. And if you're already in the higher institution, what you have to do is pay the price. I'll give you a literal example. Now, particularly I was supposed to write a test on Monday, and it's a bulky kind of course. Now what happened was that I started reading, then it got to Saturday, it got to Sunday. I was reading, yes, then it got to Sunday. Now because of how bulky it was, I was not able to finish. You understand? And it's not something that you cram and on that day you are blank. So I had to read to understand, and I continued. Now on Sunday I went to church because I had to fellowship with God. I went to church, I came back. Now normally I was so hungry and famished, I would have loved to go and eat, but I calculated. Now if I eat, I understand. That's why you have to understand yourself again. I understood myself that if I eat, I'll be so tired and I will not read. So what I did was I continued reading. Now it got to a point, and I thought I was going to finish it, and I was not able to finish it. It got to a point, it was about after 10, right? It was about after 10, and I was so hungry, but I had to meet someone. The hostel, like, please, I'm hungry. Do you have something? I gave me something. I was not filled to the brim. You understand? I was still very hungry, but at least I had to take something, so I'll be able to concentrate and continue reading. Now, what happened is that the next day, as God have it, I came out well my test. Now, the difference between all of my classmates wanted good grades, right? Now, what is different between me and those that did not come out well with good grades in that particular course is paying price. Everyone desires good things, but the problem is that why one will get it and the other one will not get it is because one refused to pay the price. I don't know if you're getting me. So get ready to pay the price, because when the result was out, hey, wow, you are brilliant. No, you are also brilliant. The problem is you did not pay the price. I can decide to know. I can decide that a lot of excuses. Wow, I went to church. I had to come back to it, and when I ate, I slept off. When I woke up, it was late. I only had to read what I felt I could read. But you know what will come out is not what the lecturer feel you read, is what he wants to set. So you have to read everything. So the solution to the challenge, what we talk about the GG acronym, is what? Paying of what? The price. I hope with all this you'll be able to, or you have been able to benefit from this podcast, and I would really appreciate if you really did. And I just want you to drop a comment on this after listening to this, how this podcast was able to help you. Thank you, and have a wonderful day. My name again